Hi guys, this is Kishore and welcome back to Kishorelytics. In this video, we are dealing about the two concepts. What are the two concepts? File handling and the exception handling. So file handling is the most important concepts because many of the times we are working with the files only. We can extract some contents and we can extract some data from the file and we can able to transform the contents and we can load it the contents in the another file. So while mastering the file concepts, we can able to work the file more efficiently. And the exception handling. Talking to the exception handling, we don't want to get an error, but we want to get an error as an error message. Then the exception handling has been used. So just now I trying to jump into my computer to make detail of this content. So sit back and relax. Let's get into the video. Yes. First of all, in this video, we are speaking about the two topics only. What are the two topics? The file handling and the exception handling. So what is mean the file handling? The file handling is the important part of any web applications or any data related rules. So what I am going to tell about the file handling is that when you are working with the files, when you are dealing with the files, basically in any IT jobs and IT roles, you are basically know how to handle the files. Okay, fine. And in any IT roles, we can only use the files. We can use the files to extract the data and we can transform the data and load the data into another file also. So mastering the file handling is very important for any data related roles, and mastering the file is also important in web applications, right? So the Python has several functions. So basically Python is a powerful package. It has several functions for creating and reading and updating and deleting the files. So Python has built-in functions for creating the files, and Python has built-in functions for reading the files, and Python has also the inbuilt functions for updating the file, and Python has the built-in functions for deleting files. Yes, so let's get into the topic. So I make this topic in a fun way, and I will definitely tell. I hope you are able to understand a topic also. So let's get into the topic. So what means the file handling? First of all, we want to know about the syntax. The key function for working with the files in Python is the open function. So when you are sleeping and anyone comes and get back into wake up into the sleep and ask what is mean the file handling and what are the key functions to use in the file handling. Yes, you want to remember that time also. Kishore tell the key function of the working with the files is the open function. So okay, so without opening the file, we can't able to write or read the file. We can't able to update the file. Okay, so the key function of working with the files is the open function. So the open function takes two parameters. It takes two parameters only. You can easily memorize the parameters. One, the file name, what the file you are going to opening, and the mode, what's the mode. So don't worry about that. I will tell about the mode in the later. Okay, there are two parameters, only the file name and it's a mode. Okay, so there are four methods for opening the file. Okay, now methods means modes. Mode means it's mode means read, append, write, create. Okay, so the modes should be read. For if you give the R, it will be read. The default value the default value is a read mode, and it will open the file for reading. Error if the file does not exist, it will give the error if the file does not exist means the file does not in the system or local PC. Okay, and A means it's append the file. Okay, opens a file for appending, creates a file if does not exist. If the file exists in the local PC or any server, it will open the file and it will append the content at the bottom of the file and close the file. If the file doesn't exist, what to do? It will automatically create the file and append the content. So it's a important feature in Python. So let me tell about the W. W means the write. It will open the file for writing, creating the file if the file does not exist. It also like the append function. It's open the file for writing if you exit the file. If the file consists in the server or in the local PC, it will open the file for writing. Otherwise, it will create the file. It does not exist. The file doesn't exist. Okay. And X for creating a specified file returns the error the file name exists. Okay, it will create the file, it will specifically create the file. Okay, it will return the error if the file name consists already. So okay, fine, let me get in. I will give the definitely that practical session also, so don't worry about that, don't bother about it. Okay, fine. In addition, you can specify if the file as should be handled as binary or text mode. Basically in data tools, the most of by developers or data enthusiasts are deal with text mode. It means the CSV, whatever it may be, CSV and JSON and whatever it may be. It may be the T means the text, and the text, the default value is text mode. Okay, fine. And if the binary is the binary value, basically the programmers will delete. And if the binary is file is the binary, it will be the binary mode. Okay, example images, whatever it may be. Images are mostly stored in zeros and one, and codes also may be stored in the zeros and ones. I don't know about the developer's role. And the data analysis, I will definitely become a data analyst in the reputed company. So okay, fine. And let me go to the syntax part of the file handling. To open the file for reading, it is enough to specify the name of the file. If you want to just to open the file, it will read the default. I already said that the default is value is the read, so don't worry about that. If you open the file, the default value is read. So f is equal to open. There are open, the key function of the open file handling is open function. It has two parameters, and the file name and the mode. The default mode is R. If you either give R here or don't want to give, that's your choice. If you want to read the file, that's the optional. So the code is same as that. This also same, and this also same. R for read and T for text. It will be the text file and it will be open for reading. We want to tell the compiler it will be open for reading, and it will be open for it will be the text file. Okay, it contains the text. So I will give the quick note to you guys. Make sure if the file exists, or else if you will get the error. I have already said, if you does not have the file in the local PC or any in the server, you will definitely give the, it will Python throws error. So what's no, there is no file in my server, there is no file in your local PC. It will tell immediately in the red. Basically, we can see the red color. We will get fear about the what's the error. What's the error? But basically, the file doesn't exist in the local PC. So check your local PC that the Python will sell to you, guys. Okay. So I will be giving hereafter. I will be definitely give the access part to you guys. So make sure to pause the video and find the answer, and after comment the answer to this in the comment the answer in the comment box. So take 10 seconds to pause and return back to the video, and I will definitely give the answer to also after 10 seconds. Okay, what is the function to used for opening the files? It's very easy questions, takes 10 seconds. I will be waiting for 10 seconds. Yes, the 10 seconds is over. The answer is open. Basically, the key function is doing the key function. I told with example also. If when you are sleeping, when anyone wake up you and tell about the key function of key handling, you want to answer the open function. That's the open function. Don't worry about that. I will give the definitely the practical knowledge of you guys. So let's get into the open function. Assume we are following file located in the same folder as Python. So I have the file. I don't able to show that because the screen has been recorded, because my PC has repaired with the OBS Studio. I want to get report in the OBS Studio, so don't worry about that. I will be recording the default screen recorder. So I will be show what are the files I will be shown to you. I will be created the file. I will be created the demo.txt in my local folder. So in my folder E drive, it's mean by the E drive, local disk E drive, it's in the YouTube folder, and it will be there will be the demo.txt. There the file. Okay. In the file contains many contents. If the file contains many contents, I will write in the file manually, and I will be making this video in the Father's Day. So I wish to my father happy Father's Day, Appa. He is my backbone, and he is my backbone of Kishorelytics channel also. So make sure to subscribe this video for my father. So let's get into the video. I will be taking 10 seconds for you. This will be the not will be waste my emotions. So okay. So to open the file, functions return object returns a file object which has the read method for reading the content of the file. So The open functions returns a file object. It will be written the object. So we have discussed about the objects in the previous videos itself. You don't worry about that. Please make sure to check the previous video, which has the read method for reading the content of the file. So example, so don't worry about that. I will be downloading from the web scraping. I will use the beautiful soup as a web scraper. So don't worry about that. I will be teaching that also. If you want means. So I will be creating the file object. It will be the object open demo file. I will be created as demo file demo file. It will be demo.txt and it will be printed f.read. We are creating the object, so which has a read method for reading the content of the file. So don't worry about that. I will be giving the practical knowledge. I will be tell later. So if you want to if the file located in a different location, you want to specify the file path like this. Yes, if you are created, if your Jupyter notebook in the another folder and your file is in another folder, it definitely throws the error. Python doesn't know where the file itself. You can in your server or in your PC there are a lot of files, and there are a lot of files you want to if you want to access the files, I will suggest you to give the file path. So don't worry about that. I will be using this trick for opening a file and reading the file. So f is equal to open of d of welcome.txt print f.read. Okay, using this with statement, we can also use the with statement. So for opening the file, and will be created the with using the with statement, we can also create it as the object and we can able to read the file. So example for the using this with statement, with we are using the with keyword and we are opening the file, and the name of the file is demofile.txt and it will be storing as object f. And in the with the object f, we want to perform the operation of read function. So we are giving the print f.read function. So then you don't have to worry about the closing of the files. The with statement take care of that. So what I'm going to tell about this, when you are opening the file and you can do the performing the operations, and without closing the file, the performance can be stored. So we want to definitely close the file. So what am I going to tell about this? With the with statement is all. When we use the with statement, we don't care about the closed file. We have not closed. So I will be telling the closing files in the later sessions, and that's the next topic. And when you are opening the file, when you are performing some operations, it will be definitely saved. It could be saved, but without closing the file, nothing can be stored, right? So you want to close the file, but you don't care about the closing the file when you are using with the with statement. So that's my key point, but that's my intuition of using the with statement. Okay, then you don't have to worry about the closing files. It will be take care of with statement. With statement take care of closing the files. So it will be definitely closing the files after performing the operations. So that I will be told in the previous section. It's a previous, not the previous section. It will be the in the previous few minutes ago. It will be the closing the files, and I will be giving the pointer also. Okay, it's a good practice to always. I will be for giving the tip to you guys always with working with when you are opening the file, you want to definitely closing the files. If you are not closing with it, you must to write a close statement in order to close the files. If you are not using it, if you are not using the with statement, you want to definitely close the file. Otherwise, the file can be perform the operations what you are pre-processed in the before. Okay, it's a good practice. It's a good practice. I suggest you guys. It's a good practice to always close the file when you are done with it. Okay, and see, for example, in the closing the file, when you are finished with it, you can finish the performance. Don't worry about the read line. So just say, Kishore, don't tell about the read line. Wait, I will be telling in the later few more minutes. Okay, closing the file. Now it's a topic of closing the file. Don't worry about the read line. I will be telling in the next topic. Right. For closing the file, first of all, I am creating the object. So f is equal to open demo file.txt. I will be open, and within the print function, I want to print the read line. So don't worry about that. I will be telling in the few more minutes. Within the few more minutes, I will be able to tell the read line. Okay, print f.readline function. So after I already performed the operation, so I want to close the file. So giving the f, using the object f, and will be closing the file. Close using the close function. Okay. You should always close your files. I will be told in the previous few minutes ago itself. I tell you want to remember about the trick. This is a quick note to you guys. So take it seriously. You should always close your files. In some cases, due to buffering, a change is made to file not show until you close the file. If you yes, it will be definitely the truth. I will be facing this error. Most of the times I will be facing this error only. If you do not close the file, in some cases due to the buffering, the changes made to the file is that doesn't close until you close the file. If you make changes in the file until you close, it doesn't save. Okay, so make sure to close the file. This is my quick reminder for you guys. I will be facing this error so many times, so that I will be sitting for half an hour itself in one project. Okay, and reading only part of the lines. If I don't want to, okay, Kishore, I don't want to read all in the file. There are a lot of contents and lot of lines. There will be the 1,000 lines and there will be the 2,000 lines and part of it will be. I want to read some parts. I don't want any full content in the read line. That's also possible in the way. Ruko jara. It's been made the Ruko jara. And this karo. Okay, reading only the part of the files. By default, the read method returns the old text. Yes, absolutely. The read method returns the old text. Wait, sorry guys, sorry for the interruption. My I put the plug in the key plug board, but I am not able to. But I don't remember about the plug. I will be definitely okay. Fine. So don't worry about it. I will be created. Okay, in a few more videos. I'm a small byte, so don't mistake of me. Okay, read only parts of the file. By default, the read method returns the old text. Okay, if you give the read method, it will be reading the all of the file. But I don't want it right. So, but you can specify how many characters you want it. If you want to specifically want some characters only, you can specify also. I will be giving the example. If you want the written the first 5 characters of the file. So that will be also Python, possible in the Python. So with using the with statement, maybe you can use with the you can use as create by creating object and creating the instances also. But in this example, I can be used with. Okay, with open of demo.file of text, giving the file name and creating the object f, and will be if in the parentheses you want to give the characters, how many characters you want to receive as the output. So that will be giving the f.read of file. So that's the basic intuition of this only part of the file, and you can read lines, specific lines only using the read lines. So I tell no, you can remember about the read line. Yes, it will be in the close statement. Okay, close function, not statement. And read lines, you can return one line by using the read line method. You can also read one line, you can also read 2 lines, you can read until you want. You can use the read line until if you are necessary of until you can make it. Okay, for example of reading the one line, I will be giving that if you print one line, if you give f.read line, it will be print the first line. If you give 2 lines, it will be print 2 lines. If you want 2 lines, by looping through the lines of the file, you can read the whole file line by line. But this is a useless idea. Maybe the stupid can do this. If you give the f.read, it will be read the whole file. Why can't you use the read? It will be giving the time complexity itself. So don't worry about the time complexity. I will be teaching the time complexity in the later videos. Okay. So it can be possible. I will be telling the possible ways of how can be read line can be used. Okay. So don't worry about that. Loop through the we can create the object and we can be able to giving the file name as and creating the object f, and for in f x in f. Okay, for x in f print x. We are iterating creating the pointer from the first point and giving the in f in object f. I want to print the looping through the file. Okay, so yes, let's come into the exercise of this reading and opening the file. Okay, exercise. After opening the file with the open option, which method used to read the content? It will be very easy to you guys. So take time for 10 seconds. I will be giving the 10 seconds. Time starts now. Okay, the time is over and the answer is read. The answer is B. So when after opening the file with the open function, which method you use to read the content? The answer itself given in the question. If we want to read the content in the file, you can use the read. So that's the answer. Okay, let's get into the Python file writing. So this will be a long video, so don't worry about it, guys. I will definitely master you from the beginner to the pro level. So Python file write an existing file. If you want, if your file has been already created by someone and you want to create some code and append it to the existing file, don't worry about the append. It will be the technical term. Don't worry about that. It will be append means it will be added to the existing file under below the file. There are some contents in the above the file and will be added beneath the file. Okay, writing to an existing file. To write an existing file, you must add a parameter. So R is default. Python takes R as the default. It will be do some read operations, but if you want to write the file, you must specify the parameter to the open function. Basically the open function, I will be telling again and again to memorizing you to forget about, do not forget about the topic. Okay, Python open function has two parameters. It will be the file name and it will be the part of the mode of the parameter. Okay, we want to tell I must add a parameter to the existing file. Okay, and it will be append. It will append to the end of the file. It will be append to the end of the file. Okay, write. W, if you give the write, it will overwrite the files. There are some contents in the file. If you don't want the content, you want to write the overwriting means your content will be overwritten. Overwritten means overriding. So in the previous video we are talking about the polymorphism. It will be the overriding. So don't confuse about these topics. It will be the overriding. The other I don't want my friends content. I want my own contents in this file. So I will be using the parameters as W to override the file. So in the file, my contents only available in the file. My friend's content doesn't exist. It will be removed by me. Okay. Okay. For example, opening the file, it will be demo.txt and append the contents of the file. Okay. I will be showing the example, guys. Okay. With open demo.file.txt as F. Okay. I will be writing, giving the parameter as A. It will be append. It will have seen overwrite. Right. It will be added in the content beneath it. Okay. With open demo.file.txt as F. F.write. Now the file has more content. Yes. Now content will be added to the file. I will be showing the output as in the practical session. So don't worry about that. And opening and reading the file after appending. So with open demo.file and after appending the file, we want to see the output, right? So my guys are doubt about me. What's Kishore doesn't with the now the file has been appended or not. So I want to show you guys. So within I will be creating with open of demo file.txt as F. I will be print f.read. Okay, and overwriting an existing content. I don't want my friend's content. I want to be the new content in the file. So I want to definitely overwrite. So I will be using W. Oops, I have deleted the content. If my friend asks what's my content, about my content, you want to say I have deleted this content. Oops, oh sorry. Basically friends are make fun with you guys, so don't worry about that. Let's get into the topic. Okay, so with open, we are opening the file and giving the parameters as W. We are overwriting the file and we are writing that f.write of oops, I have deleted the content, sorry. Okay, open and read the file after writing. I want to show you guys how what will be the output. Okay, with open, I will be showing the demo.file will be as creating the object. I want to read the file. Okay, note. I will be giving a quick note, so make it note in the note. So okay, so stay relaxed, have fun, take some water, watch this video with slow. I will be giving the entire course, so don't worry about that. So watch bit video, take some intervals and have some water. Stay hydrated. With the fun of learning, we can able to remember what we are learning. So take fun, guys. Make fun, take fun, have learn. Okay, until you learn. Okay, I want to create the new file. So what to do? It also possible in the Python. So Ruko Jara to create a new file in the Python, use the open function method with one of the following parameters. It will be the X, it will be the A, it will be the write. X means it will create the file and returns if error file If they returns an error, if the file they exist. If I have contents have the file exist means it will be there will be the demo.file be in my local PC. Then why we want to create a new file like demo.file.txt? So Python throws an error. So it will create the file name doesn't exist. It will create the file. If the file name doesn't exist, it doesn't create the file. Okay, append. So we have seen the previous few minutes ago itself. Append means you will create a file if the specified file does not exist. It will be append. It will if the file already exists. If the file doesn't exist, it will automatically create the file. Okay. Write also it will create the file if the specified file does not exist, or it will also create the file. Okay. I will be showing the example. Creating a new file, myfile.txt, open.myfile.txt. The new empty file has been created. So don't worry about that. I will be showing the previous video practical session. So okay, note, make note of you guys. Take the pen, make note. Okay, if the file already exists, the error will be raised. I will be telling repeatedly. If the file already exists, an error will be raised. Okay, so don't worry about that. So yes, let's get into the exercise session. So this will be the exercise for you. What happens to the original file content if you open a file like this? Open file.txt.3. Okay, w giving the parameters as w. What will be happen if you open this like this, giving the command to the Python compiler? What will be happen? Okay, I giving a 10 minutes second times 10 seconds. Take time. Yes, the 10 seconds has been over and the answer is A. It will be overwritten. I will be telling my example also. My friend, what's about my content? It will be overwritten. Sorry, oops, I have deleted the content. Okay, the option is A. Okay, the original content will be overwritten. Okay, so we are created the file, we are updated the file, we are writing the file, and we can open the file, we can reading the file, and we can writing the file. What about the deleting the file? It is also the possible in the Python. So Ruko Jara, delete the file. To delete a file, you must use the import OS model. You want to import the OS model and run its os.remove function. I will be importing the OS model. It will be the OS model, and there are many models in the Python like Python, Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, Cbon, Streamlit for creating the web applications, Scikit-learn for machine learning, and NumPy for mathematical operations dealing with a large number of arrays. Okay, don't worry about it. I will be teaching one by one. I will be giving an entire knowledge about US. Okay, check if the file exists. To avoid the getting an error, you might want to check if the file exists before you try to delete it. Okay, before check to avoid an error, if the file already present in the local PC or in a server, you must want to check it. If the file doesn't, it will be throws an error. Okay, example, import if check if I will be, don't worry, but I will be telling the exception handling in this video itself. Okay, import OS. If the os.path giving the path exists of giving the file name os.path.exist will be checking if the file already exists. So os.remove, it will be removed. Else, and then the file doesn't exist. So don't worry about that. The file has been making the mistake. Okay, the file does not exist. Okay, that's all about the deleting the file. We want to just deleting the file. That's all about the concept. We are in the main intuition about this. We want to import the OS model and giving the os.remove. Okay, that's all. Okay, so let's get into the exercise. What's the answer to it? Take 7 seconds and the time starts now. Okay, the time's up. And if you want to remove a file, you can import the OS model. But which function you remove the file? I'll be tell os.remove. The option is C. That's all about, guys. This is the theoretical session. Let's get into the practical session. Yes, I hope you enjoyed the theoretical session. Now let's get into the practical session of the file handling. Okay. In the first example, we are going to create the object and creating the open instances. The default is reading. So don't worry about that. I will be showing the output. I will be giving the file path. So with the Python is able to understand the file path easily. Giving the file path. Open of e.e in the file path. When we copy the file path, it will be exist like this, right? But you want to give like this. If you give like this, it will be shown, but it will show some warning messages. Don't worry about the warning messages. Let me write what's in the demo.txt. Okay, see, welcome to the Kishorelytics. This is a class of file handling in Python. So subscribe to the YouTube channel. So there are a lot of crashes are waiting for you guys. I'm making this video on the Father's Day. So happy Father's Day, Appa. He is the backbone of Kishore and Kishorelytics. So that's the content I will be written in the Kishore demo.txt. So this is the main intention of opening the file. I will be showing the how to open the file, and the basic default is R. Okay, I will be run the file. It will show this content. Okay, welcome to the Kishorelytics channel. Okay, and we can use with statement also, right? I will be told we can open the file with statement also, with using the with keyword, with open of giving the file location and creating the object of f, and we want to print the f.read. Whatever you reading with the object f, it will be given by as the output as a reading function. I will be reading the same content will be given by with the also using the function. So I will be tell what about the close function theoretical session. If you don't skip the video, please make sure to skip the video. Please make sure to watch the theoretical session. And I will be telling about the close function. When you are opening the file, and you want to definitely close the file. If you made the changes in the file, if you don't close, the changes will not be saved. So it will be throws an error if close the file. Okay, f.readline. Readline means it will be print the first line. Okay, I will be opening the file and it will print the first line and it will be closed. So that's all. I will be welcome to the Kishorelytics. The first line is welcome to the first line is welcome to the Kishorelytics channel. Okay, and you can also specifically given the part specified characters. Okay, I am using the with keyword that must be possible in using creating as a f is equal to this must be like this also you can able to write, but I am using this with open giving the file location as f and will be printing the first 5 characters. So the first 5 characters are WELCO. Okay, it will be print the first 5 characters. I will be running this. It will be show the output as WELCO. Okay, fine. And let's get into the read line. If you use the read line, it will print when you use the one read line command, it will print the first line. If you use 2 line, it will print the all lines. Okay, 2 lines, sorry. Okay, with open, I am giving the file location and creating the object as f, and it will be printed f.readline and printing the another f.readline. The 2 lines, the output of this is 2 line. I am using welcome to Kishorelytics, and it will be this is the class of file handling in Python. So I will be try to execute this code. Yes, the output is welcome to the Kishorelytics. This is the class of file handling in Python. Okay. So if you use the loop, you can also be able to read the entire file. I will be telling I will make explanation of this code in the theoretical session. I just want you to show the code. Why I am not able to write this code in the video itself means it will be making many time for you guys. It will be hesitation to you by watching this video. So I written the already code. So with able to seeing the code, you can able to note the code in the notebook. You can able to revise the code. Okay, with open giving the file location as f, and for x in f we want to print the loop. We can creating the loop and creating the pointer within the object f. It will print until the content of the x until the content to the be ended. So now it gets into the writing session. What are in the writing session? We are to open. We are creating the default is R, and if you want to open the file now with open. So I will be open the file and f.write. I will be writing. Now the file has been more content. Giving the wait, what happened? So my what happened to my PC? It will be getting more lag. So I want to subscribe. I will be adding some extra content. Without adding the extra content, I will be adding the extra content. Subscribe. Okay. Now the file has been add more content. So subscribe. Okay. Yes, I will be executing the code. That will be not showing the output because there is no outprint function. And now I will be opening the file and reading the file. What are the contents has been added to the file. Okay. See, there is no content. Now the file has more content. So it will be shown as so subscribe. Okay. I will be reading. See, it's giving read. So subscribe. Okay. I will be shown how to write the function. Okay. and with open you can able to write the file YouTube, sorry, it will be in the folder, right? Giving the file location as write w and using the with function, and if you give the write function to f dot write, now the file, oops, I have deleted the content. Okay, if you give the parameter here, there will be the parameter as a, so that only the content will be added to the existing file, but here I am giving the parameters as w, so it will be override the file. So oops, I have deleted the content with trying to execute this file, trying to execute the file, it will be thrown the error. Why? What's happened to so sorry guys, I will be okay, sorry, not change the file location, it not change the file demo.file csv, it will be in the, okay, now I am trying to execute it. Okay, oops, I have deleted the content. Now the demo.txt file doesn't have the content, it has the contents are, oops, I have deleted the content. If you want to open creating the file, if you want to create the file, it will be created by using this command, but the file.txt is already exists main file. I have already created the file for demo for my compiling purpose. I have created the file. Okay, let me create an example with my file.1.txt. let me give this, yes, okay, fine, it will be created. Okay, so don't worry about it, I will be shown in the next practical session. So that's all about the practical session of file handling. I hope I are able to understand the file handling concepts by understanding the theoretical knowledge and giving the practical knowledge to you guys. So don't just watch the video, make sure to code in the Jupyter notebook. Okay, so let's get into the exception handling. Yes, in the previous sessions we are discussing about the file handling. I hope you are able to master the concepts about the file handling, and you can able to master the concepts in the file handling, and you can able to handle the files and how to manage the file, and how to create the file, how to write the file, and how to update the file, and how to delete the file. So now let's get into the exception handling. So what is meant by the exception handling? So what's meant by exception handling? So it means the try except concept, try and error. If you try, it will be working. If it doesn't, if the trying itself fail, if I want to show the user to, it will be failed. Sorry. Okay, that's all about the try and error. And basically, the exception concept is the try and except concept. So there will be the 4 lines: the try, except, finally, else. Okay, I will be shown one by one by explaining the theoretical knowledge and giving the I will be definitely giving the practical knowledge also. The main intuition of Kishorelytics is to giving the practical knowledge and both as well as the theoretical knowledge. So don't worry about that. It will be why I want to show the theoretical knowledge, because when you interviewer asks in the interview, you want to tell, you able to tell the intuition, right? What's the intuition about it? So only I am telling the theoretical knowledge. Why? There is always a reason why what is I am doing, right? So don't make hesitation. Okay, ask the doubts in the comment section. I will be trying to rectify in the doubt section. I will be, if you find any feedback and give the wrong feedback, I will be taking the wrong feedback. I will be working on the video. I will be taking next video as much as possible. From first video to 10th video, it will be much improvement. Okay, when it's come to the 100th video, it will be the expert. I will be the expert in the content creation. So don't worry about from learning from small to getting the big. It's very much possible. So I will be typing the content from 2 minutes. So I won't take much time of you from the content. So I will be taking the content. What's in the exception? It's been the try and error. It's a error, not the error. It will be the except. Okay. From technical knowledge, from technical words, it will be the except. From theoretical, it will be the trial and error. Okay, this means the probability. Either it will be trial, it will be get passed. Either it will be gets an error. Okay, the try blocks lets you to test a block of code and for errors. It will be lets you test a block. It will test a block of code for errors. The except block lets you to handle the errors. Okay, it will be handled. What can be shown in the how to show the without showing the error message. You want to show some input warning messages to the user, that you can be used in the except block. Okay, the else block lets you to execute the code, and when there is no error. If the try block has been executed, the else block executed automatically. Okay, the finally block lets you to execute the code regardless of result of try and except concept. It will be definitely the finally block if the above three concepts are being executed. If the try block executes, the else block will be executed, and if the else block execute, the try and block doesn't execute. But the finally is block it conformly executes because it will be the default. After try and error and else, it will be shown the some messages to the user. It will be definitely executed whatever it may be. It will be the path. It will be get an error. It will definitely show the concept. Okay, fine. What means the exception handling? So let's get into the deep of exception handling. So okay, what means the exception handling? Okay, when an error occurs or exception, as we called it, Python will normally stop and generate an error message. Okay, if you get the error, the Python will show the error message, right? So this exception can be you handle using the try statement. Okay, I will be showing the try block will generate an exception because S is not defined. For how to handle the error, because I want to so I want to getting into C knowledge again, because I want to initialize the creating the variable. It will be want to create like this. Kishorelytics. Okay, sorry, it's not Kishore, it's Kishorelytics. Okay. I want to generate an initialization because the X is not there. We want to initialize, define the content because we want to create the sugar box. So then only it will be print X. But I will be not creating the sugar box. When I try to print something called X, then what will be print? It will be shows an error, but I don't want to show an error. But it will be except an error exception occur. Okay. Many exceptions. What means the many exceptions? You can define as many exceptions as you want. Okay, you can create many exceptions, but the try part will be the one single part. The try part will be the main part of the code, and if the try part maybe fail, maybe it will be failed by many conditions also. Right? It will be. I will show whatever the examples are being used in the many exceptions concept. Okay. Printing the one messages if the try block raise a name error and another messages for another error. If the try, okay, are you able to understand, guys? It will be print one messages if the try block rise and I will be showing the example. It will be shows. I want to show the rise error. If the rise error one message and other errors, it will be the another message. Okay, and trying to print the X, it will be confirmly failed because I don't define the variable right way. I don't initialize the sugar box. So it will be except name error. If the name error exists, the variable X is not defined. Except if the name error itself not occur, then something else went wrong. Okay, I want to show that something else went wrong. Okay, let's get into the third part. And in the third part, we are defining about the else content. You can use the else content if the try error has been except no errors was raised, right? Else means you can use the else keyword to define a block of code to be executed. The no errors were raised. Yes, right. If the it will be worked when the except content doesn't work. Okay, it will be worked when the try it will be tried. It will get paused and then will be give the else part. Okay, you can use the else keyword to define a block of code to be executed. If the try block has been executed, so I want no error was raised. I want to give the error message to the users, so I am using the keyword else keyword. So okay, are you able to understand, guys? I will be telling the clear way. Okay, so let me give the example. Let me give the printing in this example. Try block does not generate any error. Okay, it will be definitely print the hello message. If you print the hello message, sorry, it will print the hello message. Then the nothing went wrong. This code will be accepted. Okay, if I print X, this code will be executed, and the else part doesn't executed. Okay, are you able to understand, guys? Okay, and let's get into the the final session of this video and final session of this theoretical knowledge. Okay, the finally block if specified will be executed regardless the try block raise an error or not. It will be definitely executed. If the trial, if you get the pass, I will be executed. If you get an error, I will be executed. The final block tells that only. If you get pass, I will be executed. If you get fail, I will be executed. I will be there with you. Okay. It will be definitely printing the error because in this example I'm not initializing any variable called X, and it will be something. It will be print something went wrong, and finally this try except is finished. Okay, that's all. Okay, this can be useful to close objects and clean up resources. Okay, the main intuition for it is the application for use is close objects and clean up resources. Okay, so let me give to the example, quick example, and by ending this video. Okay, try to open and write the file that is not writable. Okay, I'm trying to open the file. First of all, I'm trying and creating f is equal to open, creating the file instances open. The trying to open the file doesn't writable. If not, if we try, if the try works and it continues another try, it will be right lorem ipsum, it will be some message, some contents to the it. So don't worry about it. And if the file that this try doesn't work, it will be print something when writing to the file. And finally after we are closing the file. Okay, and except if this try block itself is not working, then the except block will work. Something went wrong when opening the file. This program can continue without leaving the file object open. Okay, okay, we want to raise an exception. What's mean the raise an exception? Let me tell you in detail. I will be giving this notes to in the description box. I will be creating the, so this is mean by this season is my placement season, so don't worry about take much time of you guys, because I want to prepare for my placements, so that I will be working on my Kishorelytics channel website. I will be damn sure I will be created for Kishorelytics channel website. I will be upload this content, old content in the Kishorelytics, and you can able to comment what are the doubts on in the Kishorelytics websites also. Okay, let me show, let you to comment in the comment box what are the modifications when you said in the development process. I can made in the development box. Okay, development center. Okay, as a Python developer, you can choose and use to choose an error and exception if a condition occurs. Okay, if one used to throw an error if the condition occurs. Okay, we can use to if x less than 0 rise x, sorry, you know numbers below 0. Okay, that's the example. X is equal to -1. If the number is 0, we want to show rise an error. Exception, we can rise an error also. So rise exception, sorry, no number below 0. Okay, you can define what type of error to rise. You can able to give the what type of error itself. You can able to give, you can define what kind of error to rise and the text to print the user. Okay, rise a type error. I want to rise a type error if the x is not an integer. Okay, okay, let me give creating the sugar box. In my subscriber, it only knows what about the sugar box. Okay, x is equal to hello. If not type of x is int, type basically the type of x gives an data type of the variable, and if the not, it will be not. If the type of x is not int, okay, if then I want to raise the error, it will be the type error. Only integers are allowed. I will be raising a type error. Okay, so let's get into the exercise and the final part of the theoretical session of the Python file and exception handling. And in the try, so let me read out the question, and we'll be giving the 10 seconds for you guys, and you want to answer within the 10 seconds. Answer will be in the comment box. Okay, in a try except concept block, this there is a certain block that is specified will be executed regardless if the try block raises an error or not. What is the name of the block? Okay, I will be getting them. The time starts now. Yes, the time's up. The answer will be the A, because the finally block only. If either will be block, I will be executed. Either if you get fail, I will be executed. Right. That's all about the theoretical session of the exception handling. I hope I will be able to understand. I will be clearly explain the concepts as well as possible. So let's get into the practical knowledge of the exception handling. Yes, let's get into the practical knowledge of the exception handling. So I will be explaining these concepts and the theoretical knowledge. So please make sure to watch the theoretical session. And now let's get into the practical knowledge. So I want to try. I want to try the certain code blocks, because yes, let me initialize the variable and will be getting the input from the user. Please enter a number. Okay, it will be result as 10 divided by the number. Okay, print the result. If the when we basically in mathematics, when we divide the number by 0, it will be throws an error. But I don't want the error, because I want to give an except message. It be error. You can divide by it by 0. Okay. Let me give an let me execute this code. It will be acting as some number to give. I will be giving as 3. 10 will be 3. 10 divided by 3. It will be 3.333. Okay. Okay. Now again I will be executing this code. Now I am explicitly making an error except condition. So I will be giving as 0 and I'm pressing an enter. Error. It will be shows an error, right? You can divide it by 0. If you did not give the exception code, it will be throws an error. So that's all about the try and I hope you're able to understand, right? So yes, and the second concept also we can use the multiple exception also. Okay, when we divided the error. Okay, when we giving the error let me try the sum code. Okay, num is equal to initializing the num keyboard and initializing int of input and asking the user to enter a number. So I want to print some messages. Print 100 is divisible by number is 100 divided by num. Dividing the number divided by num. If it works, it will be source and output. But if the user gives if the user has been given the input as 0, the error it will be shows an error. It can't divide by 0. If any other values except 0, it can be used. Please enter a valid number. Okay, let me show how this code works. So the user asking, I want the user because I'm the user, I want to give the input to the Python compiler. So it can be asking some number. I will be giving that my lucky number. I will be giving 7. So now I'm pressing enter. The number divided by 100 is 14.28 something, right? When we try to write the code, I may explicitly giving as 0 and it will be error. It shows an error that can't divided by 0. Okay. So again I am trying to show the another exception concept. So I'm trying to execute this code. I'm giving some A, B, S, S. Okay. So no, I want to promote, right? I want to use the Kishorelytics. Okay. And try to execute. Please enter a valid number. It will be accept only the number. Okay. That's all about that. Catching multiple exception. You can use using the else. Finally, I will be showing the code. So we can be able to mix the concept. Okay. Mixing the file handling and the exception handling gives a more beneficial content to you. Okay. Code runs only if the no exception and cleanup will finally. Okay. And trying to execute opening the file, there will be trying to giving the parameters as read, and within the content I will read the file.read. Except I want to give the except and if the file is not found, right, I will be giving the file is not found. So if the else part will work, then the try part will be open. The content will be read by file. It will be shown in the else block. Otherwise, and finally in the final section it will be whatever it may. If you get pass, I will be there. If you get fail, I will be there. So that's all about that in the final section. Let me try to execute the file. Yes, it will show an error because I don't have any file data.txt in my local PC. So it will be given get an error. This block runs no matter what founds. Okay. And it will be get an error. So this line will be found. This line will get printed and final section. This line automatically print. This block runs no matter what one. Okay. And I will combine both topics and let's get in the final code of this video. It will be I think it will be the long video, so don't make station. Please make sure to watch full video, and I am damn sure you by watching this video you can master these concepts, both file handling and the exception handling. So I am trying to opening the file with open. I am giving the file as write. I have file in the local PC, so I am giving this demo.txt as file, and I want to read the first line. So within the reading the first line, and I want to print the line.steps. Okay, and except if the file doesn't found, the file student.txt doesn't. Sorry, it will mean the demo.txt. Okay, I want to change my changes. Demo.txt doesn't. If I want to show the error to the user if the file doesn't found. Okay, let me try to execute this code. Okay, oops, I have deleted that. Okay, in the previous session we have seen the one where yes, right, in this code we have modified the code, right. Oops, I have deleted the content. So whatever in the excepted content I will be shown in the output. Okay, I hope I will think I will give my entire knowledge about the master file handling and exception handling. If you watch this video without missing a second, you can, I'd be damn sure by watching this full video you can master this concept, file handling and the exception handling. So don't say if you skip the video, don't say I don't much about, I have knowledge of, don't have knowledge about the file handling and the exception handling. Okay, watch this video, entire video, without missing a second. So getting into the end of this video, if you find this video you make useful, please make sure to subscribe to the Kishorelytics channel. Please like the like button and subscribe to the Kishorelytics channel, and make sure to share with your friends. If your friends share the knowledge, you can also able to get these topics more understandable. Okay, subscribe to the Kishorelytics channel, and signing up from Kishore, this is Kishore, and signing up from the Kishorelytics. Thank you. Let's get into the another video in the another session. Okay, thank you.